Basement level vibes with another one, straight up blackness. Aye. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, I do it for the love, him not do it for no money. Straight up, him attack, educating everybody. Big up my friends and big up my family. Turn on the radio, catch the vibes, it's integrity. Straight up, Benskop stands for unity. One people, one nation, one destiny. Free up the truth in the air, even the blind can see. The deaf can hear, the dumb can talk, the cripple can walk. Boom. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the fruit. Mark Benskop, straight up from the root. Mark Benskop, we have to gather wrong, grab a seat and sit down, pay attention. Education, liberation, we have to stand strong. Benskop upon the radio, lively up the program. Everybody call somebody and let them turn and tune and on the radio and catch the boom song. We boom it up already, we have to boom it up again. Expose and reveal him. Who tell the truth? Mark Benskop, defend the ghetto youth. Mark Benskop, radio station is the truth.
We are a peaceful people. Struggle is always struggle, and we don't look for trouble. Just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one karage, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow and never break. Our fathers came here and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere. Big mistake. Cause we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up. We ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one rice, not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right. So we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up. We ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one rice, not a blade of grass. So we ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't. And we don't look for trouble, just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one karage, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow and never break. Our fathers came here, and they lived and died there, and we ain't moving nowhere. Big mistake, 'cause we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one rice, not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right. So we ain't giving up no mountain, we ain't giving up no tree, we ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not
This
one
is Attorney
right.
Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington Law Firm, located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
Yeah, my name is Jasmine Caldata Francis Wakenham, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my ex next to the cop, and what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data. I have none.
All right. Hey, guess what? Good evening. My name is Mark Benchap. Welcome to Straight Up. Hope you guys had a great weekend. As you notice, the unpatriotic folks in Guyana aren't saying much. They aren't doing anything. We know who those unpatriotic folks are. One of them is on the screen there, Bharat Jagdeo, an unpatriotic so-called Guyanese. He's a con man. That's what he's about. He's just basically out of business for business, and that's it, nothing else. And you see, he promised to give Venezuela a piece of Guyana, Essequibo. All of Guyana belongs to the Guyanese people, but Bharat Jagdeo, wanted to give a piece, not of himself, but a piece of Guyana to Essequibo, and he's running and he's denying that. Because he knows that he has been cornered. This deal was actually struck a few years ago, and Maduro reminded him about that deal. They reminded him that they have him, according to sources, mind you, close to this whole situation, reminded him that he promised Hugo Chavez, then president of Venezuela, a piece of Essequibo, a piece of Guyana, so that they can all work together. And so Maduro at this meeting reminded Bharat Jagdeo of his promise. Bharat Jagdeo now decided that, look, a piece of Guyana will be going to Venezuela. They all know what is happening. And according to information, that the Venezuelans have Bharat Jagdeo on tape, not only promising them a piece of Essequibo, of course, the Essequibo, all of Essequibo belongs to Guyana, but Bharat Jagdeo promised them a piece. Irfaan Ali is well aware of this. That is why you're not seeing them doing much at all to defend the border. They haven't even sent troops to the border, at least not that we know of. A handful of individuals who are just basically our heroes, because regardless of how small our army is, the Guyana Defense Force, we've just got to say that they are still our heroes. They are still there to defend our borders. They are still there to defend our country. Even though Bharat Jagdev and the PPP don't like the guys in the military. However, the ones that they like are the ones who they can control. And that is why they handpicked and put this inexperienced guy at the helm of the Guyana Defense Force right now, Omar Khan. Omar Khan is very controversial. He is weak as a leader. We're not hearing anything. We're not seeing them in the so-called situation room or the strategy room. We're not seeing them doing anything. There is no comment from Omar Khan, who is supposed to be the chief of staff of the Guyana Defense Force. You're not seeing photographs of him and his top brass of the Guyana Defense Force. Nothing, absolutely nothing. In the history of the Guyana Defense Force, it has never been the way it is now, politicized and controlled by the unpatriotic folks at the PPP. These guys like Omar Khan, they are very inexperienced, not knowledgeable at all about border issues, and they are not knowledgeable about combat at all. And so what Irfan Ali and Bharat Jagdev, they do, they pick up Omar Khan, they take him to the US. He's traveling. He's the traveling Guyana Defense Force chief of staff at this point in time. He has nothing to say. He's not a man of his own. He's absolutely nothing. He is controlled by Irfan Ali and Bharat Jagdev, both of whom have absolutely no military experience, nothing whatsoever, not even in the Salvation Army, as we see here. The Salvation Army woman there, she has her Salvation Army uniform on. Irfan Ali has his Salvation Army uniform on. And this is exactly how they intend to respond to Venezuela, looking like a bunch of jokers. That is what they are. And joining them in that joke, in that circus ring, is Omar Khan and other senior members of the Guyana Defense Force who are attached to the PPP. And when you have these individuals in the military who are politicized, then they have absolutely nothing to say. We are seeing no response. We are seeing no soldiers building up at our borders. We are seeing absolutely nothing. And when they behave in this manner, guess what Suriname is going to do to the east? Remember Suriname, the New River Triangle and all these things? Don't be surprised if you see some Surinamese soldiers in Guyana's territory. Don't be surprised at all. Because when you don't have them at the border of Venezuela doing nothing, and mind you, there are some brave soldiers waiting for orders, waiting to do whatever that is necessary to defend their borders, defend against those guys in Venezuela. And defending the borders doesn't mean that you have to go shooting and so forth, at least not yet, right? But where you think all those boatloads upon boatloads, thousands upon thousands of Venezuelans are entering Guyana? Because our borders are open. Jagdev should be familiar with open things. Our borders are wide open. And when you have an area that is wide open, what do you think is going to happen? People are going to bore through, run through as quickly as they can. It's just like playing cricket. When you see that an area is open, you're going to hit the ball straight through there, hoping that it's going to go into the boundary. Those of you who know cricket, right? And that is what's happening with our borders. It is open. It is a field day. And because the fact that it's a field day, you have thousands upon thousands upon thousands of Venezuelan nationals are entering Guyana. The only set that we get to see are the ones who are caught on camera. Just imagine, do you think that those are the only set of Venezuelans who are coming into Guyana? They are the only ones who are caught on camera. But just imagine 10 times, 20 times more are not caught at all. We don't know where they are. They just show up, thousands upon thousands. And what do you think is going to happen? Because you have these kunumunus, these corkball leaders sitting in there doing nothing. All they're studying about is money, money, how they're going to make money. And the thing is that they're talking about money, and money's not going, it's not trickling down at all to the people. Nobody's getting anything. Things are expensive in Guyana. Cost of living gone up. People's blood pressure gone up. Every day is corruption upon corruption upon corruption, blackouts upon blackouts upon blackouts, and raw deals with contracts and every single thing. And all you're getting from these kunumunus, a bunch of lip service. One guy caught giving away 211 million US dollars of our money. $211 million. And all he got was a slap on the shoulder. That's it. 15 days pay. Nothing else. It's okay. But you let a little person in Alboistong or Blackbush Polder or Corriverton or Linden or Ituni. Mind you, Ituni, this catfish guy suddenly cares about the people in Ituni. Do you wonder? Are you wondering why he hopped into Ituni around minutes to 11 o'clock, got people waiting for hours, and then turned up in Ituni to say, no matter how late, we are going to be here. And this guy is a con man. His name should have been Khan, not Ali. He should have been Khan, because that is what they are out to do. They're conning the people of Guyana. And until all of you guys realize that this is all a game on the part of these gangsters, these con men in office, all of the people, all of you, including those who support this PPP regime. And I'm aware that there are lots of PPP supporters, lots of individuals who went out and voted for the PPP are upset. They are saying, a lot of them are saying, no. They are going to go out and vote. They are not going to go out and vote. No for the PPP. If you think I'm lying, don't underestimate the voice of folks like Antidata. Do not, because there are thousands upon thousands of PPP supporters who are fed up of the PPP. They're fed up of corruption. They're fed up of being taken advantage of. They're fed up of being lied to. And they're fed up of being treated like third-class citizens right now in the country as well. They are fed up. Listen to Antidata.
Yeah, my name is Jacinty Caldata, Francis C. Wakenham. And since 1965, I become a voter. And I always place my X next to the cup. And what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data.
One vote, they're losing it by data. Please, guys, do not curse Antidata. Do not curse her at all, because there are thousands of people who she represents. She's speaking on behalf of thousands of people who are tired, who are fed up of the PPP. Everybody's getting a field day in Guyana. Every single body. Billions of dollars through the oil deal. And then you have free duty-free concessions for the Chinese and the businessmen who are getting richer and richer and richer. Billions upon billions of dollars. Then you have the other nationals who are going there. And nobody, the Guyanese aren't getting anything. The businessmen and women on Regent Street are selling out to the foreigners, and not anti-foreigner. No, don't get me wrong, but there must be an equal level playing field. And these convict, Air Con Ali, thank you, Tony Hack, Air Con Ali, they are selling the country out for 20 pieces of silver. As long as they are happy, it's okay. As long as their family get a good deal, it's okay. As long as they get all the lands and so forth and give it out to their friends and their cronies, it is okay. As long as they bulldoze people's lands, it's okay. As long as they discriminate against thousands upon thousands of people, it's okay. As long as they're wasting the little oil crumbs money that we're getting from Exxon, it's okay. Everything for these people, it's okay, because it's high-class corruption that is happening there. And so after they went to Ituni, suddenly they care about Ituni. You know why? Once they're in Ituni, The trick is that they have identified lands in Ituni that they want. And so Irfan Ali is not going to go into Ituni that late in the evening because he cares. Do you think he cares about the people in Ituni? That the PPP ignored them for 23 plus years? Do you think Irfan Ali, cares about the people of Ituni, even when he was Minister of Housing? He has never gone into Ituni. They've never cared about the people of Ituni or Kokwani or those places, but suddenly they're there. Watch out. Let me give you guys a reason, at least in my opinion. They go into Ituni now, sat in that place, lie to the people. They're not telling the people that they have a big scheme, a big plan that's going on. They have already identified lands and so forth in Ituni that they want to take away from the people. So watch out, they're going to announce development in Ituni, roads, and they have plans for some other thing. It is because a so-called businessman that is connected, or businessmen who are connected to the PPP, see some land out in Ituni, saw some buildings in Ituni, and they want it. Don't be surprised if you hear that there's going to be a resort and all kind of things there in Ituni. Folks from Ituni, wake up and be careful. Do not fall for this con game from Irfan Ali, Erkan Ali, and Jack Dave. Do not. Not because they come into your communities mean that they like you. They don't like you. They want to steal from you. They want to take away what you have. Look at what they did. They visited Mocha. And when they visited Mocha, what happened after? They went back with bulldozer. They went back with everything and scrape up the people's lands, bulldoze the people, break up their businesses, break up their homes, break everything up, all in the name of development. Do you think they're going to go in to certain people's communities? You know what I'm talking about, and do that? They're not going to do it. But they feel comfortable going into predominantly African Guyanese communities and destroy the people's properties, destroy every single thing. People who have worked hard for decades, people who have ancestral lands and all these things. They don't care about you guys. And it's about time that you guys stand up and say enough is enough, because the truth of the matter, they just don't care. And guess what? Guess what? It seems that they're just allowed to go into these communities without any proper fight back, because it appears that the opposition, they're not organized enough. They're not organized in a sense from a community level to say that when these people, when these vagabonds, these con men like Irfan Ali and Jack Day, when these guys go into your communities, to chase them out, tell them they're not wanted. Don't even take their monies. Don't even worry with some of those in the opposition who say the money is yours, take it. No, it's an enticement. And when you do that, it's a trap. Ignore them, chase them out. If they want to do something for your communities, let them do it from their hearts. But we already know that they don't have you in their hearts, and so they wouldn't be doing anything unless they can rob you guys. And so they went into Ituni to rob the people in Ituni. And then after they finished at Ituni, they went to the Five Corners in Linden, and they bubble up, and they sport up, and they take pictures, and they drink up. And then when he said house, drinks is on the house. Think his drinks is on his house? Is your tax-paying dollars that he's drinking up and sporting up and winding up, and God in heaven knows what else they did at Watuka House, ting up and lash up, and you know what I mean, with your tax-paying dollars. The truth of the matter is these scamps, these vagabonds, do not have you in mind. Now, apart from Ituni and going there to trick the people, he was in Linden. This Erkan Ali was in Linden. Guess who he met in Linden? Now, let me take you guys through this whole situation here as it pertains to the school. He is in Linden. Erkan Ali is in Linden, or was in Linden. You never saw the residents of Linden, not even 2 parents, not even 4, not even 5. not even 6, went out there with placards to confront him and ask him over 2 years now, what has happened to the school? But yet you walk into Linden pretending as though you care, and then guess what? Guess what? Your child or your children or the children within this particular community where this school was supposed to have been rebuilt 2+ years cannot. There is no school for the kids. Some of them have to walk far away, and then the classrooms are crowded. Compliments of Erkan Ali. But you guys in Linden allow this vagabond and his so-called gang to move into Linden, pretend as though they love you guys, stayed at the 5 corner, spent millions of your dollars sporting up, winding up, backballing up, joking up, flashing up, and then probably went to Watuka House, those who stayed at Watuka House. And I can just imagine how dirty that place has been, must have been the night after. Dirty, filthy, with lots of things all over, pitch up on the wall, on the ground, on the toilet bowl, vomit, every single thing they did. Dirty set of people. Shame on you, Irfan Ali and your gangs. Dirty up the entire Linden community. Filthy up the place. Contaminated the entire place. Ituni to Linden, and then you guys disappeared. But let's get back to the school. What has happened to the school? Has anybody confronted him in Linden? Did anyone protest and say, oh, the place, what has happened to our people in Linden in terms of standing up for what is right? You stand up, you guys in Linden, stand up for what is right with your own leaders within your party. You protest, you chase out your own leaders and all sorts of things. But since these vagabonds have been forced their way into office, guess what happened? You guys don't chase them out. It seems as though the only set of people get chased out of Linden are PNC people, PNC leaders, and so forth and so on. You guys got to wake up. But let's get back to this school here. It is still there. Waste of taxpayers' money. Over $300+ million given to their friends and cronies who suddenly got a contracting firm and they got it and they're going to do this, and then they want to justify by saying, oh, we black people, we can't get nothing money. We get something, at least we get something to eat. You guys got something for y'all to eat. But meanwhile, the overall community, the township of Linden, is being starved and being deprived also. These kids are being deprived of a proper school. Now, these guys who took the money, $300+ million of taxpayers' money to do the school, can't get the damn school done. They're not concerned about your kids. They're not concerned about anything. They're not even concerned about your community. Some of them are right there from Linden, but they're not concerned about that. They're concerned about their pocket. They're concerned about their house. They're concerned about their own immediate family, friends, and cronies. That is what they're concerned about. They're not patriotic. They're not about Linden. They're not about building Linden or whatever. They're just a bunch of talkers, and hustlers. And sad, I'm seeing the same step that is going to be taken to Ituni. You know, Erkan Ali rushed to Ituni. I wish we would see our MPs, our elected officials in places like Ituni. I wish we can see our chairman. I don't know, correct me, Mr. Darren Adams, if you have gone in to Ituni with a team to assess and to talk about what is happening there. Again, Mr. Chairman Darren Adams, forgive me if you guys have gone in there. And MP Sears, I don't know what Sears is up to, but we haven't been hearing or seeing anything from him for a long time. But I haven't seen him around Linden doing anything or talking about anything. Well, we give Jermaine Figueroa a little credit. At least he's visible. He's fighting up a little for his township, and I say kudos to him. But MP Figueroa, we still need to see more. Expand your wings. Go out of Linden. Go to Ituni. Go to Kokwani. And even if you guys do quietly, politics is not about a quietness and you go. And don't worry, Benja, we went there last week. But not everything we do, we got to take pictures. Of course, I agree, not everything. But when you visit these communities, it is important that your support base, the party folks, those who are other parts of Guyana could see that these MPs are working. The people overseas in the diaspora and so forth, they want to see these actions. They're not seeing anything. And because of the fact that they're not seeing anything, people are going to talk. It seems as though some of the MPs, instead of working, instead of doing anything, they're working to divide up their own party that they're supposed to build up. Mind you, my observation. Some of them want to fight up and become leader, and they want to run for president and be presidential candidate. That's their only agenda. Some of them, mind you, nothing is wrong with being ambitious, but you got to work. You can't be scampish with the people. Sorry, I meant to throw my hair back as though I'm in the salon, as though politics is just about a fashion show right now. And you feel that I'm talking about, yes, you, that you feel it's a fashion show and everything you got to be involved in. I hope the PNC supporters are seeing these culprits for who they are, selfish vagabonds, all about themselves and nothing about the people, jumping and dashing to hampers to people. That is not what people elected you guys for. That is what NGOs do. Allow people like Simona Brooms, who I'm sure doesn't want to run for any office. Good night to Simona Brooms. She celebrated her birthday the other day, and let us join with those who wish her a happy birthday to do so belatedly. Leave those hamper sharings with people like who have NGOs, foundations, and so forth. Yeah. I don't want to see elected officials who are supposed to be dealing with the people's issues. You get a chance, you just go and give out a hamper there, you give out a something there, and feel that is politics. It is not politics. It is politics. You're attempting to trick the people. But you know what? This time a long time, because the people know who are sincere, who are their leaders, and who they want. People are stupid. So don't feel hampers and little thing gonna brainwash or swar the people. Opposition, get yourselves together. As they say wherever, get self together. Stop the fighting. Not all of y'all could be presidential candidate. Not all of y'all could be leaders. And even if you want to be leaders, you got to work. Leadership is not as a sweet boy and sweet girl thing and pomposette with a quick press release, fighting, the tussling and so forth. Real leaders don't fight each other down. Real leaders unite their parties. Real leaders don't run out on their own to do everything. Everything you want to run out to do. Lord, I can't take it no more. Yes, I can't take some of y'all no more. And sooner or later, I'm going to start putting y'all photographs right here on 107.1 FM. All right, good. Look, I'm warning them. I am warning them. Y'all get y'all act together in the opposition. All of y'all get y'all act together, because I'm going to go into the salons. Sorry about that. The salons, and when y'all doing y'all hair and nails and thing, I can flash y'all and say, look what y'all doing with the people's money, because y'all getting paid over 200 and something thousand dollars per month. And then some of y'all, when y'all getting paid, I don't know what that job is talking about. There's no money. There's no money. Well, if there's no money, go and cut cane and make real money. Go and do some bauxite and make real money. Go and become a pork knacker and make real money. Sorry about that, guys. Sorry about that. Let's get back to this school here in Linden. And for those of you who are now joining me, good evening. Wayne Caesar is on vacation. He probably went to Mexico or somewhere. But good evening to Wayne Caesar and Gavin Caesar and the whole Caesar crew. All of them in the houses watch on one little black and white TV. All of them, because they know we get the information here for all of you guys. And hopefully Wayne Caesar will be back tomorrow, Wednesday, or whenever he comes back. Fired up. Back to this school. Back to this camp. This con man. And back to Linden. Now let's head back to that school. Where's the operator? Let's get that school again. Let's show the people that school, that they've deprived the people of Linden. We got to expose these vagabonds, right? Sorry about that. Let's get back to school to show the people that this is a school, $300+ million. He goes to the Five Corner. He sport up, he drink up, he wind up, he bubble up, he jam up, he twist up, he stitch up. All of that. Don't be fooled about that politics, guys. Every leader, every president or leader we know, real leaders have done that. There's nothing unique. And now don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with doing those sort of things, walking around and meeting the people. But you've got to be genuine. It's got to be from your heart. It can't be from a swearing position or mentality. And that is what this vagabond here, Fanali, is doing. He's attempting to swar the people. Now, let's get back to the school. This school, $300+ million, absolutely nothing as yet. But guess what? While he was in Linden, guess who he met with? Now, this is one of the contractors. And the contractor hold on and another man hand there. And this is how they do. They go and they grab some of the weak ones them in Linden and they bring them to either Jack Dale or they bring them to Irfan Ali. And this guy is Shanghai. Good evening to you, Shanghai. Shanghai was saying, Chief, this one, this one, he's a good man. We can get him to do some things out here, But here what happened, Chief? He wanted gun license, And here Jack is, no problem, no problem. Bring them, catch them and bring them. They get a reggae called Catch Them or something. Forget about the reggae, right? And this is one of the contractors with that school. I am almost certain I can put my military uniform on the block that what Shanghai was asking Irfan Ali was, Chief, we gotta get some more money, We gotta get some more money to finish this school. Yeah, we gotta get some more money to finish this school. And because we run short, things get expensive and so forth. And that was it. You guys think this was the deal? Forget about the fact that Shanghai is hold. Look how tight Shanghai hold on to my hand by. Look, I can't hold on to my hand like that. But Shanghai, they gotta know what they're upon. They gotta know what they're upon. But back to what we are on here now. The PPP. Holy skies, tomorrow is Halloween. What are you guys doing with us? Come on, operator. What are you doing with us? What are you doing with us? Anyways, let me slow down and take this time out to say goodnight to all of you, every single one of you, wherever you are. Now, let's talk about this guy here now. Everywhere he goes is some sort of scandal. Every single thing. And you know what I observed? I observed that when he's talking to a crowd or a little crowd or whatever it is, it is painful. Persons of African descent, we know our Indian brothers and sisters and indigenous and others and so forth know that he lies. But you know what is so emotional for me, what is hurtful to me, is to see African Guyanese, the pain and suffering that they have to go through listening to this man speak. Look, I observe them, body language and everything. And look, it pains me. Now, she was listening to Jack Dave say something. Look at Jack Dave speaking there. Look, this is no propaganda. I'm speaking the truth. You guys be the judge. Here it is, Jack Dave is speaking. And look at this woman's facial expression. She's just one of dozens that I personally identified. Look, take a look. He is talking. Look at the woman. And don't tell me she's listening attentively, because that's not the case at all. Look at her. Like, talking here, right? She's not the only one. Take a look at this other one. You know what is going through Ida Waveney. I'm sure her name is probably Waveney. Y'all give me a name for this lady here, man, please. Right? It can't be Roxanne. It got to be Waveney or Waveney or something like that. I noticed Selwyn Peters saying, "What wrong with two brothers holding hands, Mark?" Selwyn, I didn't say anything is wrong. Now, come on. I didn't say anything is wrong. Unless you know Shanghai personally, I could understand you asking what is wrong. But the issue is not what is wrong. Shanghai, look, tight, you should understand who Shanghai is, and then you'll understand why I say, look how tight. Man, look, if Shanghai is in the closet, he want to come out of the closet, is okay. But it's strange that he holds on to the hand so tight. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying that anything is wrong. Selvin, now, don't get into your feelings now, man. Don't do that to me tonight, Selvin. Hope you're okay. And I know you met with Irfan the other day in Canada. I hope you don't hold up Irfan hand like that, because Irfan will hold back your hand tight. Lot of mercy. Good night to you, Selvin Peters. All right, look, you guys let's give her a name, right? I don't know. She Waveney. She got a name Waveney, right? Or Wendy, right? Let me see what other names you guys, or Edge. Forget about Edges, man. Y'all don't do that, right? Y'all don't do that. So now Jagdeo is speaking, and this lady, you see them. Take a look, Wanda. Yeah, Wanda. Take a look at it. Jagdeo is speaking. Take a look at this lady. Take a look. Careful look. What do you think? What you guys think is going through her mind right there and then? Look, whilst you type your opinion as to what you think might be going through, let me share this with you. This lady say, gosh, is what I really doing here? Listening to this scamp, listening to this vagabond, this man lying. All I want to know is when I can get me house slap. This all she's there thinking. She's not taking this guy seriously at all. Y'all give her a name. I say kudos to her. I'm knocking her. This is not insulting her or whatever, but she doesn't. She's not taking in what this con man is talking about. She's not. And so is this lady. She's like, yeah? You think you could trick me? Yeah, you think you could trick me? And that's exactly what is going on. People throughout the country do not respect this man, including his own supporters. Her Pansy. You don't do that to Pansy. And then Pam, all kind of name I'll give the lady. Pansy, Pam, Samantha. She probably named Ann John too. And, or Piri, Audrey. All kind of names y'all giving them, right? But look, I feel, not Sheila, y'all left out my grandmother name. My grandmother name is Sheila. Leave that out, please. Y'all don't let me go up the road, right? Now, I'm not insulting those women, but I see the pain on their faces. I feel their pains. That is what is going through. They can't take it. They can't stomach what he's saying. They just can't at all. And now look, this getting back to the people of Linden. And the fact that these guys in Linden just sit down and accept these con men. In Linden, there's no protest. There's nothing. I mentioned the school. Undone. There's no jobs. Nothing in Linden. Cost of living. I, according to a lady. It's I in Linden. The schools are not properly repaired. Teachers are not paid properly. All manner of things. Take a look at what's happening in Linden. The fire station, they probably get 1 or 2 trucks that's probably not working properly. All these manner of things happening in Linden. And y'all sit down there in Linden and allow this Paku to go in there, wind up and sport up at the 5 corners. Gone to Ituni, light to the people. By the way, the road from Linden to Ituni, thank you, APNU AFC regime, for doing it. Because prior to that, for 23 plus years, you know how many pregnant women lost their babies on that road? You know how many pregnant women from Kokwani traveling from Kokwani to Linden and from Linden to Tongue? But that particular road from Kokwani, heading to the river there to cross over to Kokwani, all the way back through Ituni. Damaged, destroyed, mud. The PPP never cared about the people of Ituni. For 20-something years, you guys have been neglected. The health center, the schools, every single thing neglected under the PPP regime. Well, look, people expected a little more development under the coalition. But with the 5 years that the coalition was in office, they have done more, in my opinion, more for those communities. Could they have done better? Yes, they. But they have done more in less than 5 years for Ituni, Kokwani, and Linden, again, in my opinion, than what the PPP did for 20-something years. What the PPP did to the people of Linden: shut them up, beat them up, lock them up, killed 3 innocent protesters or individuals, killed them, murdered them under the PPP regime. Donald Ramotar in 2011, what he did? He promised them 3,000 jobs. Where are those jobs, Donald Ramotar? Go into Linden. You guys do an assessment. Talk to 1,000 young people in Linden. Ask them how they feel about their town right now. Go to Kokwani, talk to 100 young people. Ask them how they feel. What are some of the activities they get in Ituni to do? Absolutely nothing. No proper playground, no nothing. 23 plus years the PPP in office, and those communities were neglected. Go to Ituni, go to Kokwani, sorry. Find out what's going on. Go to other parts of Region 10. Find out what's going on, and you will hear for yourselves how the PPP neglected that town. I can go on and on and on to prove to you that the PPP doesn't care about you guys. And again, just to reiterate, that once the PPP guys like Irfan Ali, once they go into a community, it is to destroy, it is to brainwash, and it's to manipulate some of the quote-unquote leaders within those communities. That is what they're about. I noticed somebody mentioned Borbis. Eon, I feel, good evening to you. Good night. Yes, Borbis. We can talk about all across the country. We can talk about the people in Bartica. We can talk about Borbis. We could talk about in the Rupununi. We could talk about all those other places. We can talk about New Amsterdam, dead. We can talk about Kanji, dead. Palmyra, Shitanka, and all those places, dead. They're not, things are not, businesses are not flourishing like before. Dead, 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 dead. Even Likens and so forth, dead. Things dead. Things bad. People hardly have money to bury their loved ones as well. It is dead throughout the country. They should just rename the country Dediana. It's dead. The only people who are flourishing are these comics who are in office. That is what they are about. They're not about country. Look, anytime you guys see these pakus in your communities, this is what you should be doing to them. Honestly. Do Fiduna Obia. Do exactly what they promised to do when the AP and UAFC coalition was in office. Do exactly this to them.
Right across Ghana, when the ministers of Granger or Nagamutu come here after the 21st of March, you say to them, walk behind them, chase them out, they're going to be illegal. Say to them, you're illegal. Free up the country, you're undemocratic. They're going to face a different situation right across the country.
When they come to the communities, whether it is in Borbis or Essecubo and Linden or in South Georgetown or Agricola or in Ennore or Port Morant, the people of Guyana should treat them as illegal. I said they should walk behind them, chase them out of your communities, because it means they've been squatting in power.
That is what these people have been doing. They are squatting in power. They didn't win an elections free and fair. They rigged their way into office. Again, just to remind you guys, the elections petitions. Who do not want the election petitions to be heard? Who? Not the opposition, not me, not other talk show hosts and Facebook hosts and so forth. It is the PPP. They do not want the elections petitions to be heard. And every opportunity they stymie the process, they corrupt the process so that the elections petitions cannot be heard. They did that. Who was talking about SOPs? Suddenly notice this rant about SOPs, done. Done. They're no longer concerned about PNC SOPs. They're not walking around the place. They get some pacus and clungs walking around with cameras in front of Aubrey Norton and saying, Mr. Norton, where's your SOPs? Some comics disguised as reporters for the PPP. Comics. Mr. Aubrey, Mr. Norton, where's your SOPs? Well, the SOPs, all of the SOPs are in the hands of the PPP. And look, ask yourselves this question. Why do you guys suppose? Why? And this is for the PPP supporters. Why do you guys suppose the PPP is afraid to open the SOPs? They are afraid to answer that question, sorry. They are afraid to open the SOPs because of what is inside, the rigging on the part of the PPP. The PPP has rigged the elections. And on the night they invaded, the GCOM's office, you guys remember this night, right? They invaded GCOM's office was basically to signal their intention that the SOPs, that is where they started to talk about the SOPs. Oh, show me your SOPs. But for 3 years now, they've been in office, and I want their supporters to hear this. Jagdev is no longer talking about SOPs. Anil Nandilal is no longer talking about law books. Sorry. He's no longer talking about SOPs. Irfan or Irkan Ali is no longer talking about SOPs. Selwyn Peters is no longer talking about SOPs. The Guardians of Angel or the Guardian of Angels, they all jumped out of the sky, the PPP sky. They're no longer there. They're no longer Guardian of Angels or nothing, because all of them are fed up of the PPP in every aspect. Every aspect. The PPP is a convict party. Look at who they have around them. Not just the Kwamis. Look at who they have around them. A bunch of convicts. Are these the people you guys expect to do good for your country? Are these the people you guys expect to improve the country? Make things better for your life? Your communities? Your villages? No, they're not. They're all about themselves and the money launderers, the big-time money launderers, the big-time drug lords, the big-time gold smugglers, and those who are wanted by U.S. law enforcement agencies. That is what they are about. They're not about you, the ordinary folks. Now, what else it is that we can talk about before we go this evening? What else we can talk about? What else you guys want us to talk about? I was made to understand that Claudette Singh is recovering. She has some serious speech problems, but she has returned to the office, and she is not letting go because there's not enough noise outside of her office. There's not enough noise outside of her office because we have a lot of those elected officials, those that we put into office on the opposition side, do not believe in talking and standing up and doing what is right in Guyana. They don't believe in talking much in Guyana, but they would quickly jump on a plane and they will go to other places, you know where they would love to go. They take their photographs, and it seems as though they have more voice, a big mouth outside of Guyana. And then when they're back in Guyana, they turn pussycats. Almost all of them, pussycats. Going around the country, meow, meow. Nobody's barking back. Nobody's doing anything back. Hardly. They have a few folks here. But you hardly find these MPs. They're quiet, 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 quiet. They might just jump on Facebook, push out something there, or say something on Facebook, as though people elected them to go on Facebook and talk. If I want people to represent me on Facebook, I will probably... Let me see. I will choose Marilyn Monroe. I will choose Gianna, Beatrice, Brenda, Waveney, Cece, Jackie, Piri, Who else? Renee. Who else I will choose to Ravi Kemraj, Ian Williams, right? I will choose these guys to go on Facebook and Gavin, Caesar, and all of them to go on Facebook and represent me or represent us. We didn't vote for opposition members of parliament to only come on Facebook. Good evening. I am honorable. Sorry about that, guys. Good evening. I can't even do it so properly. Do forgive me. On Facebook politicians, is that what they are? Go on the ground, meet the people, talk to the people, stand up for the people, go and protest. When you see Irfan in Linden protest, there were people out in Linden who quick to chase out PNC leaders and officials and cuss them and tell them get out the tongue and all manner of things. But Irfan Ali is allowed to walk around Linden as though Linden belongs to him. They don't care about Linden. They don't care about the people of Linden. And it's time y'all send that message to them. Chase them out. They're not welcome. They're not wanted. Bear y'all chief. Y'all think a lot of times when I was down on the ground protesting, I used to eat. I barely got a dry tennis roll in my pocket. You think I care about that? You think I was concerned about being locked up? You think I was concerned about anything? But these so-called people that love to be addressed as honorable, they're frightened to get locked up. They're frightened that they got to eat dry tennis roll and water. They're frightened that they got to eat in a big bucket from the lockups and all kind of things. They're frightened handcuffs on their hands. They're frightened all these sort of things. They're even afraid to die. If you are going to get in positions to represent the people, all those things come as a package. And you, as a representative of the people, even those who are fighting to become leader, even those who are fighting to become presidential candidates and all, they're softies. Now, not all of them, but we know who the softies are. They're not going to get locked up for anybody. They're not going to go to the lockups. They're not going to be arrested for anybody. Who wants leaders like that? Who wants party representatives like that? Members of parliaments like that? Who are afraid to represent the people? Let Ben Sharp try that now. He think I can get locked up for he? They think I can get locked up. People want leaders who can talk to them. Whether it's from Camp Street Prison or Lusignan Prison or Brigham lockups, or somewhere out in Mackenzie lockup or Borbies lockup or Skeldon lockup. People want leaders who can show that they have what it takes to stand up against the PPP, the corrupt, racist PPP regime. But then again, when you talk these folks in office, they get vexed. Ben Sharp this. They love to say Ben Sharp or people who don't beat their drums are loose cannons. That's the only thing they could describe. Loose cannons, loose cannons. But when Barnum used to stand up against the colonial masters, was he a loose cannon? Chetty used to stand up too. Was he a loose cannon? Huh? Come on, guys in the opposition. Y'all have to do more. I see more action and more talk. They fight to come out of Guyana. Quick, they run out of Guyana. So they could come and talk in North America. And they're quick to tell people living in the US, y'all must talk to y'all representatives. We don't have to talk to our representatives over here. The Guyanese people want to talk to y'all, who are their representatives in Guyana. The people want to talk to y'all. Y'all don't have to come and rush over here to talk up and get a big voice and so-called fancy speeches. Well, this is happening in Guyana, and what are you doing about it in Guyana? I wish that some of these members of parliament who rush to go up to conferences, I have no problem with the conferences, don't get me wrong, but they rush to go out of the country as quickly as possible. They fight to go out, and even when they can't get to go out, they broke up the dance because they've got to go. I wish these same people could fight to go on a protest line. I wish these same people could go and join the 6 people, sometimes 3 people, sometimes 5 people, every Tuesday or Wednesday in front of GCOM. I wish they can go out and do these things. I wish they can be so eager to go out and join their fellow Guyanese out in the streets. But no, they feel that it looks nice, that they travel on a plane, and then they're going to take some selfies on the plane, and then they're traveling because I have to go to a conference. People didn't elect you to travel to go to a conference to sit and talk. People elected you so that you go into the streets and you go in other places throughout the country and represent their interest. Local government elections gone. A bunch of them ran into Madja. Madja is going through hell under the PPP regime. Every single day, the people of Madja, they're complaining, and rightly so. We need to see a team from the opposition go into Madja, not to give them a hamper, or to talk and to come up with solutions and to join with them in confronting these vagabonds in office. Protest, shut the township down. You get blackouts every single day, 2, 3, 4 hours. If you think I'm lying, act civic. You get party representatives, PPP representatives in the township of Madja that can't do anything, that's abusing the residents out there in Madja, and nobody's saying anything. But come elections time, all these vagabonds also in the opposition who are in hiding, you're going to see them elections time, and they're going to try to tell you how much they care about you. Come on, comrades. Come on, comrades. You all have to go out, because we can't allow the PPP to get back. Of course we can, and we shouldn't. But the question is, what are you guys doing now in the opposition? What? Irfaan Ali, they called to meet with you guys about the situation in Venezuela. He called some of them separately, allegedly, and invited them separately, unknown to the leader of the party and all the... Look, I'm just sick and tired of some of these things here. Sick and tired. Is that how you guys expect change? Is that how you guys expect it? When you hardly do anything for the people on the ground? The PPP is a Debad party, is a convict party. We already know that. But come on, you guys in the opposition, you could do better. We're not seeing better. We're not seeing that sort of aggressive approach by the opposition, from top all the way down. We're not seeing it. More can be done to confront this corrupt PPP regime. You can't take a pussycat position and then say, if we protest, then this is going to happen. If we people don't go out and protest, stand up for something. But I guess no. It all depends. It all is for those who are overseas to do the fighting, right? To call up your congressmen. Come on, y'all have to call y'all congressmen and y'all senators. Well, our senators and congressmen will do that in Guyana. Of course, when it's elections time for them too, and they got to be reelected here in the U.S., and they have constituency, whether from Guyana, so they got to talk up and they got to do it. But you think the congressmen and the senators got left away and fight for y'all within in Guyana? That y'all don't fight? Y'all own representatives don't fight for y'all? They're going to go, them going to go, them going to go, and they're going to go in their little chat groups, and some of them going to cost me tonight. But it's okay. I'm not bothered about that. I'm not bothered about that. All right? Good. There's so much more that I can say tonight right here. I hope those in the opposition get their act together, because these vagabonds like Irfaan Ali don't care about Guyana. Thousands upon thousands of Venezuelans are entering Guyana. They're only giving you a portion. There used to be about 3,000 a couple of years ago, but less than 3,000 Venezuelans in Essequibo. Right now, they have close to 35,000, 40,000. You know what that is for the country? Nobody's talking about that. We're not hearing from these former chief of staffs of the Guyana Defense Force. Michael Atterley, we're not hearing anything from him. He's quiet. Under the coalition, he became head of Canoe. He gone, he quiet, he getting a big pension, he ain't care about nobody. We should be hearing from him. We should be hearing from Eddie Collins. We should be hearing from my good friend, now, former president, David Arthur Granger. All these guys are military guys. All of them we should be hearing from and more. But we're not hearing from them. Why? Why? All these former military guys, the opposition should get all of these guys together. We should see letters. We should see editorials, guest editorials. We should see them on talk shows, not just here. On other talk shows, we should see them. We need to hear from them. Well, so far we've heard from Gary Best. We need to hear from these other guys. Sometimes I wonder, just go and stay right here in my basement and peep through a crease and say, if them want to help themselves, why should I continue to fight? Why? When them in Guyana don't want to fight. Those who are being paid to represent you don't want to fight. Tired of them and their photographs. They go and eat a roti, they got to take a photograph and show you. They go and drink a beer, they got to take a photograph and show you. I want them, all of the MPs, them, when they go and they draw their pay and they get close to $300 and something thousand, I want to show us that too. I've got to go, guys. I've got to go. Mark Phillipson making sense. Making sense, man. I got to go, guys. Let me go hot up some tea and drink my tea and eat my tennis roll, and I'm okay. It's not working. It's not working from these vagabonds in office, and it's not working from these folks in the opposition. Some of them mean well, don't get me wrong, and I'm not painting all of them in the opposition with the same brush. Some of them mean well, but the bulk of them are not ready yet for politics. Sorry, I have to say that. The bulk of them in the opposition are not ready yet for politics. The laziest bunch I have seen in my lifetime. Laziest bunch. Whatever the root cause of that is, I don't know. Whatever the root cause is, I don't know. Let me see some of your comments before I go. Somebody's asking for 15 minutes more. Somebody's asking also, where is Harman and Granger? That is true. Where is President Granger on the issue of the Venezuela border issue? Where is President Granger? He needs to say something. Harman, I don't know, Lieutenant Colonel Arnold, what's his name? Harman. I think I saw Harman at a function for Afro, some crap, the PPP, some propaganda stuff they were doing, and they invited. I saw some members of the opposition there. You know, the ones who love to show off and pomposette themselves, and everything is a show for some of these guys in a fashion show now. They were there. This guy Al Crichton, the Jamaican guy, he did the opening. And he welcomed everybody. Not a mention about those one or two opposition MPs that were there looking for the limelight. Not a mention. It's like, no, they don't exist. I don't know why some of these people in the opposition, the MPs, feel that they got to go and put themselves in front of the camera and all these sort of things. All these sort of things. Why? Why they do that? Why? Shame on them. We know who some of them are. We know who they are. And those are the ones you got to be careful with, because they will drop all of you guys in the opposition like hot cake. And once a position is given to them in the PP, they drop you guys like hot cake. Don't be fooled by them, the picture takers. Don't be fooled by them. We have been long enough to know them. We hit the streets all over. And you guys who hit the streets, you guys who have been around know those who love to pomposette themselves. They are the first to go and take an offer with the PPP. Be careful with those people, guys. Be careful with them. I give you all 5 minutes more, and I'm out of here. MK Blair, sorry, but you're by getting old now. I gotta go. But before, let me just, I know yesterday was Ryan's birthday. Lots of you from around Guyana and around the world wished him a happy birthday. I didn't get a chance to thank you guys on my personal Facebook page, but let me say it tonight to all of you, because yesterday he celebrated his 24th birth anniversary. I'm getting old, guys. And so thank you on his behalf, on all of our behalves. Thank you very much indeed. He appreciates it, and all of us do appreciate it as well. And for those of you who celebrated your birthday yesterday and today and tomorrow and so forth, I wish you a happy, happy birth anniversary as well. And I pray that God continues to grant you guys long life, health, and happiness. And I'll be back tomorrow, same place. Hopefully by then, all of these military guys, former military guys will speak out, will have something to say. Y'all say something now. Something. Y'all say something. John C. Paul, let us say something now. We got to call them out, guys. We got to call them out. We've got to. See you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time. Right here on 107.1 FM. Stand up, guys, and demand better. God bless you all. So long.
Yeah, my name is Jacinty Caldata Francis C. Wakenham, and since 1965 I become a voter, and I always place my ex next to the cup, and what they are doing today, I can't take it. So I have no more vote to give to PPP anymore. I'm not going to vote anymore no more. If they have to lose by one vote, they're losing it by data. I have.
Mira, vamos a votar el 3, porque Guyana lo que quiere es la guerra, nosotros vamos con nuestra diplomacia de paz a defender el Esequibo. Así es, y lo vamos a ganar. ¿Por qué vamos a votar este 3 de diciembre? Por la defensa de nuestros derechos históricos en la Guayana Esequiba. Nosotros no caemos en provocaciones, pero sí sabemos defender nuestros derechos históricos. Venezuela tiene la razón.
Right across Ghana, when the ministers of Granger or Nagamutu come here after the 21st of March, you say to them, walk behind them, chase them out, they're gonna.
So, this is attorney Shellen Washington, owner and founder of the Washington Law Firm, located at 455 Utica Avenue in Brooklyn, New York. We're specialized in medical malpractice, personal injuries, matrimonial law, and landlord and tenant. If you're in need of legal representation, please give us a call today. The number to call is 718-877-3100. Consultation is free at no cost to you. So call us today to see if we can be of any assistance to your legal needs. Again, the phone number to call us is 718-877-3100.
We are a peaceful people. Struggle is always struggle, and we don't look for trouble. Just ask around. But when outside faces from foreign places talk about taking over, we ain't backing down. We ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one karage, not a blade of grass. This land is all I know. We gonna make it somehow. We will bend like a bow and never break. Our fathers came here and they lived and died here, and we ain't moving nowhere. Make no mistake, 'cause we ain't giving up no mountain. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one karage, not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Don't criticize it, this is our home, we love it, and we need to keep it. We have that right. So we ain't giving up no mountain. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one karage, not a blade of grass. So we ain't giving up no mountains. We ain't giving up no tree. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one karage, not a blade of grass. We ain't giving up no river that belongs to we. Not one blue sake, not one rice grain, not one karage, not a blade of grass. We love the open country of the Rupununi and the Essequibo, daytime or night. Though we may criticize it, this is our home, we love it,